This is Waipa Valley. What lies over these hills could be the solution to your dairy grazing needs. My Farm invites you to consider this unique opportunity to invest in Koromiko Grazing Ltd, an equity partnership in a magnificent 3,000 hectare King Country property. The investment will give you access to premium quality, hassle-free grazing close to home.
Oh, we're excited about discovering this property because it's large scale, it's got a large amount of attractive land suitable for dairy grazing, and it's got a focused management team that will be able to concentrate on delivering good performance on dairy grazing.
The development of this property has been carefully planned, giving it great scope for a large-scale dairy grazing service. There's much to be impressed about: very good subdivision, fencing and laneways, high-quality water reticulation, excellent soil fertility and regrassing programs underway. More than 1,300 hectares of the property is flat to rolling, with free draining ash soils and a very reliable summer-safe climate that produces excellent year-round grass growth.
This year, Koromiko has fared very well through the summer. The drought which affected Taranaki and Waikato had little impact at Koromiko, and in fact supplements were still being harvested through the summer and into February.
Registered valuer David Smythe works extensively in the Waikato and King Country.
I rate the property highly. It's in a district where the climate is reliable for farming. In particular, it generally has good summer rainfall. I rate it because of the size of the property. The work that's been done over the last 10 to 12 years is of a high standard, and we now have a property that has good infrastructure and which provides the capacity to get the best production out of the land and also to capitalise on the remaining potential which it does have.
PGG Rights and real estate manager Howard Ashmore also knows this area well. He farmed in this district for over 30 years.
I found it to be an excellent farming district with good rainfall, elevation of course, easy contour and good strong country.
Waipa Valley is 35 kilometres southeast of Te Kuiti and within easy access from Taranaki and Waikato. That means stock won't spend hours in transit and owners and shareholders will have easy access to their investment.
An investment in Koromiko Grazing gives farmers effectively 100 hectares of grazing land. We'll take on calves between 1st of November and December, right through to just prior to calving in July as 2-year-olds. The real benefit though is access for winter cow grazing. For every heifer supplied, we can take on a cow through the winter. That means for a farm with 25% replacement rate, we can take on half the herd through the winter period.
A farmer who commits to the minimum investment is entitled to grazing for 160 heifer calves and then 320 winter cows. My Farm will manage the Koromiko grazing service with the goal that heifer replacements achieve 90% of their mature weight by the end of April in their second year, and winter cows achieve 1 condition score weight gain. Grazing fees will be set according to industry standards, and because farmer investors will also be shareholders, they'll have input into future grazing rates.
Quality grazing for young stock and cows is really important because growing the young stock out to their potential weights has a big impact on their future lifetime production, and likewise with cows, having them at good condition and calving has a big impact on the coming season's production. But in addition to that, as farmers we have a lot of pride in having our stock in good condition, and this is a property that can deliver that.
Minimum investments in Koromiko Grazing Ltd start at $1 million. My Farm plans to fund the purchase of this $32.5 million property, 71% from investors' equity and 29% through debt.
For a quality farm like this, it's almost impossible to find something similar for $1 million in either the Taranaki or Waikato region.
Koromiko Grazing Ltd will be set up as a standard equity partnership. Investors will have full inclusion through the business plan, constitution and the shareholders' agreement. They'll also be able to sell their shares after a predetermined period of, say, 7 years. My Farm's Cliff King says the grazing syndicate concept has been developed in response to growing demand.
By taking the ancillary young stock away from the dairy platform, it enables the farmer to focus on his key productive elements of what his business is about. And we think that will appeal to a very wide range of innovative farmers. We've been running syndicates for 20 years and we're experienced in dealing with the two problems of a syndicate, and that is the performance of the farm and secondly the outcomes for the stakeholders in the business. This particular syndicate is focused on animal performance, and we're very experienced at doing that and measuring that and communicating that with shareholders.
Approximately 1,000 hectares of Koromiko Grazing Ltd has dairy conversion potential, but my farm believes dairy grazing is the best land use for the next 5 to 10 years.
After initial 6 months of establishment, we can pay regular reliable dividends at around 4% per annum and growing. Investors will also share in the capital growth of the property, which is underlined by the ongoing demand for dairy grazing, but also the fact that the property probably has 1,000 hectares that we could convert to dairying if we wanted. We've forecast a total return of 11% per annum over a 5 to 7 year period. But what's more important, it's guaranteed access to quality, hassle-free grazing for dairy farmers.
Dairy farmers are busy men, they don't have time to take on this extra burden, and that's what makes this such an attractive proposition. They can sidestep all of that and leave it to these experts to run it for them.
Koromiko Grazing Ltd is an ideal opportunity for dairy farmers who want high quality, hassle-free grazing. If you farm in Taranaki or Waikato, chances are that you're having trouble accessing the right type of grazing or runoff land for the right price. Koromiko Grazing Ltd will allow you to control your grazing costs, and with improved weight gains and condition scores, you'll see more milk go in the vat back home. Please phone us or visit our website for more information. Applications for this investment close May the 5th.